They're doing the oh, it was really funny. I'll send you guys the link.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
Deadpool's in the MCU now, but just for
that.
just for this little commercial. It was funny though.
I did watch the trailer for the Behind the Attractions.
Oh, I didn't watch that yet, but I'm very excited for it.
I mean, I tagged you in it.
It's coming out in a week.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I feel like it's just pretty much the Diz His podcast, but now in they need to figure out a way to capitalize on it.
They had a Imagineer on tonight. He was on forever. I had to stop watching. They were still going. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard them tease that on the one episode.
Yeah, he's very interesting though.
Okay. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. As always, please connect with us. All of our links are in the episode description. Please vote for us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Best Local Color, Best Local Podcast. Just click that little bubble that says No New Friends Podcast. That'll really help us out a lot. And then also please join our Patreon. There's so many added benefits to becoming a Patreon member. You can be on our Discord chat with myself, Chris, Jared, and our 2 other Patreon members, Joe and Emily. And then also, for the $20 tier, you can still be a part of the Discord channel and then sit in the live studio audience like Jared does.
Who knows? Maybe I'll join the Discord one day.
That'd be awesome. You know what? I want you to wait. And I'm going to tell you why I want you to wait. You're the star of the show. Nobody cares about interacting with me and Chris. No. You're the star.
I don't think so.
I just try to sell them scissors.
Like I said, it's true. Unsheathed though.
But I want it to be like, it's going to be this like special occasion when we have to have a certain number of Discord members for you to be added on there. I think that'll be kind of like the perk because I do
like when my, the needs for me to do things are lowered. So that's nice. Just let me know.
Well, yeah. When we get big enough, when we start doing like personal appearances and whatnot, like you're going to be the most expensive personal appearance. So
yeah, a bottle of Tito's and maybe some French fries.
I'm thinking a little bit bigger than that, but.
Oh, a Baconator?
Oh God, here we go with the Baconator. Mary, I thought about you the other day. We made some cauliflower pizza. We didn't make it. We bought it frozen and heated it up. Cauliflower, and we've talked about this so many times, but I'm going to say it again, is the most underrated food that exists.
Very versatile.
What did you? Oh, cauliflower. I'm sorry.
Keep going. I can't. Why? It's not cauliflower. Why do you do that? It's not a dog. It's not a border collie.
I was just confused. I just didn't know what you're talking about. But I get it now. I get it.
You uncultured
Florida accent.
We're not going to do this again. Mary, do you have any stories from the Sunrail?
Well, yes, a little bit. So I told you about my uncomfortable encounter yesterday, and so today I took my normal train in the morning. So it was the 8:13 I take, and so when I was riding, typically when I'm on the train, I like to listen to podcasts or I like to scroll through TikTok. And I was listening to one of my other podcasts I listen to called Wine and Crime. So it's where these ladies from Minnesota.
I feel like that's what we should call your and our director's mission through North Carolina, Wine and Crime.
We weren't drinking wine. That was vodka and other hood rat things. Anyways, so I'm riding the train. And I think that our audience would be happy to know that I branched outside of my normal, like end car ways. I went to the middle. And you know what? It's a whole new world. A whole new world. It's beautiful. I
can show you the world.
Yeah, listen. There's
shining,
tables.
Shimmering,
there's tables.
splendid.
And I haven't really taken advantage of that. And so in the carts that I'm in, typically it's a joined seat, but in the middle cart, it like you can tell there's one seat and 2 seats next to each other. Like there's a defined area. Like don't put your thigh on mine, which is where I went wrong the other day. Like I sat in the one where like maybe I could sit here and it would be okay. And that's when the dude sat on top of me. So this time, this
Some
morning,
people pay extra for that.
It's true.
know, right?
He did not. I think he just had to tap on and off like a normal person.
Like you
He probably
can't.
paid $5.50 both ways. I don't know.
There's definitely some establishments where you can do that. Not here in Orlando because it's no contact, but maybe the Tampa area, Key Largo.
I'll wait until you're finished. That's usually what she says.
I'm actually interested if you could send me some of this information after the podcast.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Well, when you're down
here,
we'll,
Cafe Risque, right?
Okay, I'll write that down.
I don't know. I don't know. I've always seen that on billboards.
So the K or a Q?
Q, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I sit in this luxurious middle cart and there's a table, which was really cool. So I put my coffee, cup thing that I have, and I'm just living my best life. I have a great view of where I'm going, listening to my Wine and Crime podcast, and I get close-ish to my stop. I'm around the link station and the podcast pauses. I'm like, well, what the hell's going on with this thing? Must be buffering. It's got to be bad Wi-Fi. But typically I just leave my phone like face down, like away from me. And I'm just listening, cruising. And then the podcast starts playing again. All right. I look at my phone and I had a missed call from my boss. I was like, oh man, that's why it paused. Is it was a phone call coming through. Fantastic. So I call my boss back and we're, chatting back and forth, but the conversation goes on a little longer to the point where I'm so distracted, I almost miss my stop. I realize people are getting up and I'm like, oh shit, this is me. And so I just hop up, shuffling out. And there was a lot of people getting off today. That sounds.
Hey-o.
I thought you were talking about our trains for a second.
No, but there were.
It was a rainy day. Nothing else to do.
So. But there was a lot of people like getting off behind me. Like I don't know how this happened.
Giggity.
You did that yourself.
Giggity.
Somehow there was a line behind me and that doesn't typically happen. Okay.
There was a train behind you?
Come on, ride the train. Come ride
There's
it.
nothing I can do to fix this right now. Okay, so I tap off and I keep walking and I'm talking to my boss, like trying to have a real conversation, right? And as I go to turn the corner, because you have to cross the tracks to get to downtown, the arms start to go down because then another train's coming. So I stop because I don't want to die. Guys, I got trampled like freaking Black Friday because there were so many people walking forward behind me and I stopped. Everybody just against me. Like it was like, it was.
Yeah, that's no joke. That is a scary station because you have to cross those tracks.
You have to cross, and the arms started going down. I'm not going to try to beat the train. I've seen what happens, but these people were not having it. Like they tried to like push me with them. Like across. They're like, she's small enough, guys. Everybody just heave ho. Let's go.
Move, little kid. We'll pick you up.
Basically, and so I was like, oh, sorry, no, and kept on my conversation. Luckily, I made
Mary's
it through
the one
that.
that's like on the ground, and some good Samaritan has to pick her up. Meanwhile, there's all stepping on her.
It was my dignity.
Mary under one arm, the kid they got from Walmart under the other.
It was very rough. So that's how I made it through this morning. It was a little rough, but I made it through.
We're glad you made it out alive. That whole segment, if you told me it was something super sexual, it would have been the same. I think I would have believed it. Everything you said could have went a commute to work or the sex coach episode.
A day at Cafe Risque. Who knows?
I feel like every city has a Club Risque. You guys have a Club Risque?
Of course they do.
Yeah, and then every high school has a subset of girls that dropped out and now work at Club Risque. Do you guys have that as well?
Oh yeah,
I have a good group of people who pursued their dreams at Club Risque.
Listen, it's good. It's good money, probably.
I believe
honestly,
fantastic money.
Probably not many taxes paid either because it has to be claimed and it's all cash. I don't know.
My favorite is when they're like, "Come visit me at Club Risque." I'm like, "What? Why?
No,
why? Who are you? Who's your market here? These are all your
target
your
audience,
family and friends."
Well, they want to see their talents.
Why are you inviting Nana to Club Risque?
Nana gets down. Okay, you don't even know.
And sure enough, the next week, her and Nana Club Risque popping Don Perignon.
Okay, so I continue my day, guys. I get to work, hustling. I had a long day today. My office building does a thing called Wind Down Wednesday. It's the second Wednesday of every month. And the building I work in, there's some of the places are like co-working spaces. So there's a bunch of small offices within, different floors and things. And then there's like shared spaces. People can like share desks. It's just a cool little like community thing. So they do Wind Down Wednesday and everybody gets together and talk and have wine. It's great. And so it's been on my calendar since I started and knew this was my building. I've been so excited. Hype. I like a good networking event. Even though I have social anxiety, I love a good networking event. Riddle me this, Batman.
But it makes complete sense, because in a social atmosphere that's more about, that's not structured, I think that's where you struggle. But when you have a structured topic, because I've seen you network and you're gold. I mean, you know what to do, what to say, who to talk to, how long to be in, how long to be out. But you have that structure. You have kind of the baseline of what to talk about.
Agreed. And so here's the thing though. Maybe I got a little too relaxed because the conversation was just so good. And the people that I share this building with do all kinds of things. And our closest neighbors, they're a recruiting company. So he's telling us all these crazy stories about just different clients he's had. And he was like, yeah, one of my contractors got murdered one time. And he like tried to glaze over it.
Very casual.
Yeah. And I'm like, sir, I literally was listening to Wine and Crime this morning. So I'm having wine. Let's talk about this crime. Let's unpack it. And so it was wonderful. Had a great time.
It was wonderful.
Murder's wonderful, Chris.
Well, no, the lady got stabbed 32 times. That is a crime of passion.
That's excessive. That's excessive.
Stabbing in general.
That's a crime of passion.
It is. Stabbing in general is a very personal crime. That is a very personal way to murder someone. It is. You have to get in there and get that.
Mary, on an unrelated note, could I be your very part-time assistant? I only want to work one day a month, the second Wednesday of every month. Can you make that happen?
I think it could.
That might cut into your Wind Down Wednesday, Scott. Are you gonna make?
I needed a Wind Down Wednesday this morning. Jesus.
You're invited to come visit me at my office anytime.
Okay.
Anytime.
Well, I'm busy editing and marketing and all that. It's a one-man job over here.
Listen, so just so you know, I did talk about the podcast a lot because I got oh my God, you have kids and you work. How do you have time to do a podcast? I think you should have a YouTube channel because the things you say are funny and your kids sound crazy.
And you know what, Chris? This is the thing. She's now going to be hardcore on creating YouTube content because someone else told her that.
No, I'm not. I just was like, so the girl I work with was like, oh my God, you guys should listen to her podcast. It's hilarious. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty funny. They're like, well, what's it called? And so, I obviously told them and they're like, oh my gosh, this is great. We're going to listen to it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Great night, right? Wine, networked. The dog that is on my floor, there's an emotional support dog at one of the businesses, and it's a St. Bernard. And he's beautiful. He walks himself. He puts his leash in his mouth and walks around. He was networking too. He was going from like pod to pod, like just hanging out.
That's what he's doing.
This dog knew what he was doing. He's a professional. So great night. Go back up to the office, finish up what I need to do. And I'm like, you know what? Gonna catch the 6 o'clock train. Gonna go home. Start
on the 6 o'clock train going anywhere.
I'll wait until
Scott, the musical episode is for 100th.
Not yet. So I start hustling downtown, and on the schedule, there's a 6 o'clock train from Church Street to northbound. I look at the status of the train, and it says one is not coming until 6:43.
Ooh.
And this is as I'm like starting to walk up to the station. I've gotten close.
That's when you do an about face and go back to the party.
Well, I was going to say, excuse me, sir, there are many bars downtown. I might as well turn around. But at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm here. I'll sit for a few minutes. If nothing happens, going back. I shit you not, 90 seconds later, a train pulls up. Not on the schedule. See,
I was going to make fun of you because you're one of those people that like doesn't trust the information. You're like, well, I'm just going to sit here and see what happens, and then just be pissed off that you sat there for 45 minutes.
I was not it shouldn't have come because it was not 6 yet. It should not have been there. And it was not the prior train, and it wasn't the one that it said was coming. I don't know where this train came from. in my mind, I was like, Hogwarts, here I come. This must be platform 9 3/4.
I feel like this is
Let's
like
go.
a Twilight Zone episode where it was
Yeah,
just
I don't
like,
know if I'd get on.
it was
that.
like
Guys,
the train.
here's
It was
where it gets
actually like the
even
train
better.
that wrecked, and there's a bunch of ghosts of people that died on that train.
Okay, look, that's what I'm leading into though. I got on
Oh.
this train and there was one other human on this train outside of the like
It's like
worker that sometimes
Marge.
walked
It was
around.
a night just like tonight.
Y'all, I'm telling you, if I could pick this train to just ride forever, that would be the train I would pick. No one.
The haunted sun.
The haunted train.
The haunted sun, and nobody got on or off until like literally until I
Was
got
this
to
the
Lake
chocolate
Mary.
factory? Nobody goes in, nobody comes out.
That's what it felt like, but it was ideal. I loved every second of it. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Until the
And then-
hitchhiking ghost follow you home.
well, that's probably what happened, but that probably happened a while ago. I don't know. So
I'm really concerned. No, I like you're trying to tell a story. I'm really fixated on this haunted train because I think that's what it was.
This is a great
I don't think it was
segue
a
into
real
the third
train.
segment.
I know.
Look,
I think
what
that
I'm
this-
telling
we're
you
gonna
is
see
I
this on
may be
Unsolved
dead.
Mysteries.
I may have gotten hit by that
whining
train
and
this
crying.
morning, and I'm just a ghost talking to you.
And you want on the ghost train.
Mary
I
never
was on
did
the
get
ghost
off that train.
Yeah,
This would make sense.
yeah.
So Mary got pushed on the tracks
yeah.
and now
Yeah.
is going to only be riding the ghost train.
And
every single day.
honestly, it
Wow.
could be like the Sixth Sense because my kids don't acknowledge me anyway, so I wouldn't even know. It would take days.
have
for
you
me to
looked in
really
have you looked
figure
in
it
a
out.
mirror? Like it does.
Why
your
would I do
reflection
that? Have you
exist?
seen what I look like
you
right now? Why would I
Oh,
want
Mary,
to do
you're
that?
gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
No, look, because I took my hair down, and that's another topic, guys. I may go for a pixie cut. I don't know.
I don't know what that
It's-
is.
That means short,
Like the bob
shaved.
cut?
No, like shaved. Like
No,
like
you're not. No,
bullshit.
don't. No, do not do that. You are under contractual obligations with the No New Friends podcast to not alter your physical
Yeah,
appearance.
I can't change that was hard enough to draw poorly all our faces. I'm not going to be able to edit any of that.
Okay,
You'd be
fine.
asking too much.
I'm just saying because all of the humidity has really been rough on me. So, but it doesn't matter because I'm dead now. So like,
That's true. You don't have to. Upkeep is pretty low maintenance.
I'm
I would
wait,
assume.
so I shaved my legs this morning. So do I not have to shave them ever again now? As a ghost?
Is that
Do
a
they
ghost?
stay like that?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't
guess
know.
so. No, your fingernails continue to grow. I think so. I guess.
No, but
the-
as a ghost.
you got a
because I
few
think
more
as
weeks
a
of
ghost-
growth.
No,
Chris,
and I wore a cute outfit today too.
maybe
I
you
hope
can do
that's
some
my ghost
Google
self.
on that.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
you can do
I'll-
some Google on that.
we'll
Like
have to
after
stick
you're
a pin in
dead,
that.
you
Yeah,
still have to
we'll-
shave your legs.
yeah.
I feel like I'm ready to haunt the world right now. Like if that were the case.
Oh,
I
I'd
don't
go
know.
for
But
it.
I did eat a burrito for dinner, and I
Ghosts
ate it,
can't eat
so I-
burritos. It
Can
would.
they or no?
You know
Well,
what
you could
the
be
thing
like
about-
Slimer from Ghostbusters, where the burrito
That's
just
true.
goes.
No,
straight
but
through
I'm
you.
like that normally.
I have a
Chris,
really
what were you gonna
passionate.
say?
I have a really passionate stance on ghosts, so I don't want to get into it right now because me and my sister are always getting really, really bad fights.
I would
about
like to
this.
know what your stance is.
I don't believe in them, not even a little bit.
Well, you
Yeah,
should
I
now
don't
because
either.
Mary is a ghost.
Well,
Well,
because
well, that's true. I never believe in myself anyway. So here I am.
my biggest thing is like
How ironic would that be?
Oh, God.
my biggest
You
thing is
guys.
like ghosts. Like people say, a ghost can they can make noises, so they don't have vocal cords. It's just like a floating thing. Like how are they making? How can they go through walls, but they can also shut doors? You can't do both.
Yeah, you can't.
It's like Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze in the movie Ghost. Like you have to focus all of your anger, all of your love, all of your passion, and then you can move objects and do things.
Oh, so that's how it works. You have to take a class on it, like Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
That's
you have
right.
to find the creepy guy. Probably
right.
probably the person that was on the train with Mary. Mary is going to learn how to effectively haunt from the one person that was on the ghost train today.
She'll have to give us the rundown on how to ghost
Guys,
next episode.
Okay, so it was one.
Oh,
it was
Mary
one
ghosts me
girl-
on a regular basis. Are you kidding
I
me?
do. I already look. I have the basic principles down. Okay, I already have it. I don't make a lot of noise. I don't really do a lot. I like to nap. If I could walk through a wall, that'd be cool. I really like to not weigh a lot, so that would be awesome.
You
if I could
identify as
be
a ghost. That's fine.
I
So-
identify as a ghost.
Okay.
During the winter months, I'm that light, so I might as well be a ghost.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. Don't go anywhere.
The No New Ghost podcast.
That was look, that was really good.
Guys,
Um,
listen, when I tell you though that there was no one on that train but one person, I'm serious. Nobody got on or off.
That's terrible. I'm not necessarily convinced that you got all.
Yeah,
I feel like you say that a lot, Chris.
I said that so confidently, you just knew that it's not the first time I ever said it.
So I think this episode is going to be like Marry the Friendly Ghost or something like that. Unless Chris blows us away with something that he says in segment
Chris
3.
always blows us away.
This is going to be
I got right in the ghost train.
Yeah,
Listen,
or something.
Guys,
ghost
I
train or
really
something.
wish that I could explain to you how peaceful this ride was. And I did not, like, I literally was like, I'm going to sit here for an hour or I'm going to go back to the bar. And the little announcement came on and it was like, northbound train, whatever number, arriving in 1 minute. And I was like, this can't be right. And then I freaking saw it. And I was like, this is nothing saying it's showing up. It's not scheduled. I'm hopping on. I don't care where it's going at this point.
Just a small mom girl
Listen, I had a
dying
day,
in a
y'all.
lonely world.
At this
Cool.
point, if I was dead, maybe that's a step up.
She
honestly,
took the ghost train
A rough
going
day.
to Lake Mary.
All this train talk. I want to. One of my lifelong dreams is to take a midnight train to Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, glass 9 tips.
Yes.
hey,
Well, and that's all I'm gonna
Chris,
do.
we
is
could
play
meet
that
at the
song on
Great
repeat.
Wolf Lodge.
There you go. Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then we'll
Me
we'll
too.
finish up.
I
with
actually am
segment 3.
too.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
great. This is
Jared, we'll be right
wonderful.
back.